Hey, this is Luke with the Android Guys Review podcast. I'm here with Scott.
Hey, Luke, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. You have a product, I think, right?
Yes, today is a product review.
What do you got?
So this is an interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Sensate. A lot of times we review things that are mobile related
Yeah.
or some kind of cell phone accessory or whatever. This is more of a health and wellness accessory
Okay.
that you can pair to your phone.
Okay.
It actually specifically is designed to pair for your phone.
Yeah.
But it's a little Bluetooth accessory that's about the size of maybe to fit in the palm of your hand,
Uh-huh.
almost like a flattened, smooth oval kind of shape.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a river rock almost.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a great way to describe that. Yeah, nice smooth edges.
Yeah.
That you basically you will lay down flat on your back,
Okay.
and you will put it on your chest, right on your sternum, basically, and you will use the accompanying app to play some sort of mindful, meditative kind of sound experience.
Okay.
And this is a 10, 20, 30 minute. You'll decide how long you'll want to do that, but that's basically the gist of what it is.
Sure.
But it's awesome.
And so that little device,
Yeah,
like pulsates or
yes. So that's
buzzes.
Yeah, so that's basically the high level description. So I'll
Yeah.
get into some of the nitty gritty.
Okay.
This thing is designed to synchronize with the playlist or the audio track to listen to. So
Okay.
you can listen to it with your phone speaker,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds great, but you really zone out
Mm-hmm.
if you put on like earbuds or something.
Yeah.
And you just kind of even in the box it comes with like a little black eye cover. It's got like, I don't call them beans or like
Oh yeah, like
pebbles.
one of those like sleep masks,
Something
kind of
yeah
idea.
So you'll just kind of lay this over your eyes
Uh-huh.
and to help you just kind of focus. But you lay still, and it's a very intentional kind of time together.
Yeah.
And when you look at the website and kind of figure out like what exactly, what's the deal here, this thing is designed to vibrate in like pulses and waves at specific intervals within each track.
In the recording.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can, it's kind of a very deliberate kind of experience, each one of them.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of those,
Okay.
but they're very cool.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where a younger version of me would have laughed
Sure.
at the idea
Yeah.
and found it very stupid. But the version of me now finds it to be awesome and something I'm like telling my wife, my son, I'm like, no, just check this thing out.
Right.
And it is designed so that you get the benefit. You get more benefit by doing it daily.
Right.
It's kind of like that continuous ongoing health and well-being. Like each day, it's better than the sum of its parts kind of thing. I like it because it's a genuine me time.
Sure.
And I focus on basically just listening to the sounds.
Yeah.
And the relaxing, like it just puts you in a place, for as little as 10 minutes. But if you do like a 20, 30, I've been doing it daily, and I look forward to it. It's
interesting.
I mean, it's not that much of an ask.
Right.
But it's also one of those like, I look forward to, as I even thinking about it now,
Yeah.
I look forward to going home.
Now, is it a thing like you do like before bed?
You
Like,
can.
Does it make you tired enough to like go to sleep, or is it
You
just
it has
however?
made me
Uh-huh.
now the other night I fell asleep. I listened to one that was 10 minutes long, and I got to like, I would say 8 minutes in, and then I just found myself like really starting to like the last 2 minutes disappeared on me. I don't want to say I fell asleep, but
Right.
when it ended, I was like, oh man, let's do another one.
Mhm.
So you can choose from nature, space and time, sacred spaces, and breathe. And each one of them has different tracks that you can listen to, and they'll tell you if it's a 10-minute or a 20-minute.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have different like soundscapes kind of
Yeah.
thing. And like the forest is 20 minutes and it just sounds like the forest for 20 minutes. But then occasionally you will feel this thing slowly vibrate in and out, and just do like this soothing pulse to your chest. And it basically activates the vagus nerve, which is kind of like runs up your body up into your head. And it's designed to, I can't speak to the full science behind it.
Sure.
But I know I love it.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
So is it designed, I think, from when we were looking at it before, it's designed for prolonged use as not at one time, but over.
Yeah. Like a part of your daily.
Yeah.
Like it's the closest thing I've got to mindful meditation. To where I just kind of get in this space where I'm not really thinking about when this is over, I got to reply to that email.
Right.
You do want to set your phone to, silent or do not disturb if possible, because you'll get a text in the middle of it. You'll hear it.
Right.
But it's designed for, I could see myself missing it.
Sure.
And feeling like, oh, I need my.
Do you think
Sensate.
Because we've talked a little bit about other things that help with like guided meditation or something. Do you think that this one works more for you or just in general because of the haptic feedback kind of component to it?
More so than just like an app that says like a breathing app or something like that. I think there is something to that vibration, and it's different than just putting on something where you just click it on and it just vibrates continuously. You will go 2 to 3 minutes without feeling it, and then you'll just feel it slowly kind of pulse in.
Yeah.
Breathe out, and it'll pulse in, and do that like 3 or 4 times, and then it goes away. And it's very kind of like, it has no relationship at all, but it just kind of gives you that soothing kind of like when you're a child and your mom's rubbing your belly. Kind of like, man, everything is right. This is very comforting. I feel clear-headed, safe.
Interesting.
And it also comes with this neck strap.
So
that you can actually clip it almost like a lanyard.
Okay.
Not something you're going to wear around every day.
Sure.
But as I think back to, I traveled recently, I could have really enjoyed this on the plane. In the sense of, if I wanted to relax or to just kind of give myself like this calming, I've been sitting here for 4 or 5 hours. Let me just have some me time where, and I could imagine would have been very therapeutic.
Sure.
to do that. So
sure.
It's pretty cool. It's not an inexpensive device though.
Okay.
It's $249.
Okay.
So it's a good ask. But
does the app component, is that all included, or is there any payment on that?
Yeah. So you get the different soundtracks to listen to, or tracks, and you can listen to them without the Sensate. So if I wanted to, I could actually play that without it.
With some headphones or something. Yeah.
And then to truly get it, you want to kind of lay it right, a couple inches down from your throat or your neck, like right there. And it's a very unique thing. At that price, it kind of puts it into this like, I don't know if it's worth it, but I could see plenty of people who do invest in like mental health and well-being and just kind of like taking that very seriously.
Sure.
Justifying that. I don't know how to price it against a competitor. I don't know that there is.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, a lot of what we see in this space is just an app. So this is a really cool, there's no other fee. So you're not looking at like, a $50 annual subscription to the music or whatever. I haven't gotten bored with the soundtrack or this, it's not like you're hearing a song and hearing the same thing. Like you can walk into the forest and it always sounds the same, but it never sounds, repetitive.
Yeah. It's not like you've listened to it enough that you're like, oh, that bird's coming in right now.
Yeah. Exactly. Like here's that big wave crash, kind of thing. So, I gave this thing a 4.0. And that's and that puts it in the editor's choice.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's a really cool thing. Consistently, we're at 4.5 on a lot of things.
Nice.
And that includes the build quality. It's there's not a lot to it, but it feels intentional. It doesn't feel like
that the part that vibrates that you put on your chest does have a nice feel, kind of like a soft matte kind of it's that nice feel of, I guess the thing that comes into my mind first is like the Pebble phone. Remember that?
Yeah. It's very it has that kind of almost like the highlighter that has 3 caps with 3 tips on it. Kind of reminds me of that shape of it.
Yeah.
You can also one thing I didn't mention was you can increase or dial down the intensity, like how intense the vibrations are.
Sure.
So if you like really want to,
Yeah, because I guess if you're not necessarily used to that kind of stuff, that could be something that might pull you out of the meditation too.
It is interesting to get used to the first couple of times. Like, oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Like hand it to somebody to try, and they're like holding it, and they're like, it's not doing anything. Like, well, you got to wait a couple of minutes, and they're like, oh, there it is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, other than that, features and functions. The price I put at 3.5, so it would probably be higher than a 4, just because it is a pretty good commitment.
Yeah.
Other than that, you get about a week's play out of that, so the battery is good. It charges nice and quickly. The audio, they sound awesome.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have earbuds, if you just lay your phone down by you. Other than that, everything else is like right in the thick of the 4.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the Sensate, and you can find that, I believe, at GetSensate.com.
Okay. Well, thanks, Scott.
You got it.